All right, there have been so many great gymnasts in the history of LSU, and this young lady is trending towards being the greatest ever. Haleigh Bryant. Haleigh, thanks for the time.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for being here. We could use the whole interview to read your resume so far, but you just became the first LSU gymnast ever to record 3 perfect 10s in a single meet, and only the 5th gymnast ever in the history of NCAA gymnastics to do that. So how has your life changed since the West Virginia meet?
It has changed for the better. It's truly an honor to have accomplished those things. I love this university. I love this program. I love the state of Louisiana. So just doing it for them and doing it for this program was my goal, and I'm just super proud of everything I've accomplished. But this team and myself is not done yet, and we're going to keep going.
I know a lot of people with social media, they can really fall in love with themselves and watch, the routine over and over, and the reaction and the praise and everything. I mean, how much do you allow yourself to kind of get caught up in it?
I didn't watch it too many times. I watched each of my routines one time just to kind of see what I did, but that happened Friday night, and I'm kind of focused on just SECs now. Don't want to focus too much on that because I don't want to try to recreate that and get ahead of myself, so it's just a new competition coming up.
I was trying to think of something to compare that to. I mean, you're familiar with all the other athletes on campus, or a lot of, Trey Morgan on the baseball team. Yeah. So Trey Morgan this year hit for the cycle, and he did it in order: single, double, triple, home run. And if you woke up in the morning and said, I'm going to hit for the cycle today and do it in order, it's impossible. And almost like I kind of think of the same thing with you. If you woke up and said, I'm going to get 3 perfect 10s today, it would never happen, right?
Right.
You just have to follow, I think you used the word autopilot a couple times.
Yeah.
All the hours spent back here.
Definitely.
And since you were yay high, and it all paid off.
Yeah, definitely just going back to the basics, doing what I know works best for me, turning off my mind completely and going autopilot, like you said, is just something I've really been focusing on. Just taking it one skill at a time, one event at a time, and not getting ahead of myself is something I really focus on.
So you've got 10 perfect 10s in your career. 8 of them are on the vault, so where you're ranked #1 in the country. What makes the vault special for you?
I think that's the event that really has come most naturally for me. I have more of a power side to me than like a graceful gymnast pretty much. So just kind of, again, like going on autopilot, doing what I do, working with Garrett on making sure it's the best I can do it, and just finding the landing is something I've been focusing on all season long.
And in terms of duration, it's the event that ends the quickest, right?
Right, definitely. I always say that's my favorite because it goes by the quickest. That's 10 seconds and I'm done, so I love vault. It's one of my favorite events.
Yeah, and you talk about it, gymnasts, you guys are diminutive, in terms of height, right? But so much power, so much explosiveness, right? Yeah. It's a non-contact sport, but we see how you could get injured because of the torque and everything you're putting on your body. Definitely.
We have the best strength staff and athletic trainers to really help us make sure we recover our bodies, and then our strength staff making sure we land properly, making sure our feet and everything is correctly so we don't injure any part of our bodies.
And you've had some teammates be injured this year. I guess that's what makes this latest run as a team so impressive. You're doing so well, and there's so many people that are sidelined, right?
Right. Definitely. Jay always says, to honor somebody is with your actions, and we've gone through so much adversity, but we're still going to fight. We have so many amazing people on this team that are now getting their opportunity to step up and show everybody what they've been working on in here, and it's just really so much fun just to watch them show everybody what they're capable of.
Now, we're in the era of NIL. And it would seem like right now that your NIL potential will be scorching hot after getting 3 perfect 10s.
Right.
So do you pursue any of that, or is it like, well, no, I'm in the middle of a season, this might disrupt my mental approach, and I'll just keep that on the sideline?
I definitely have pushed NIL to the side right when season started because I wanted to put all my focus on this team and on all the gymnastics that's going on. So once the season's over, I might pick back up on NIL, but right now my focus is 100% on this team and this program.
Have you done any?
I've done a few, not too many yet, but this team's my focus right now.
Okay, all right. Raising Cane's hasn't gotten you yet? Or?
Not yet, no.
That's not the diet you guys should be on, right? Moving forward from that, your life is so, I feel all the athletes, their lives are documented constantly. You're getting off a bus, you're performing, and then some of that, I guess you're documenting yourselves on Instagram or whatever the social media. Is there a pressure to be perfect, do you find?
Definitely, but I try not to focus too much on being perfect and trying to please people because you can't control what people are going to say about you and you can't control what people are going to do. So just controlling my controllables and putting my best self out there is just what I've been focusing on.
Yeah, especially on the women's side of things. You know, there's so many elements to trying to present yourself in the way that makes you the most, I don't know, marketable and whatnot.
Yeah, definitely. It's always been said that certain body types are going to get the most like, what am I trying to say? Get the most like recognition and stuff, but everybody has a special thing about them, and everybody's unique in the way that they are. So just everybody's amazing.
Haleigh Bryant's amazing. There's only one Haleigh Bryant, right?
Thank you.
You're from North Carolina.
Yeah.
So we hear that from a very early age, your head coach, Jay Clark, met you, and it was kind of over at that point. I mean, LSU was where you were heading.
He came to my gym. I can't remember the exact date, but I think I was 8 or 9 years old, and I was wearing this purple sparkly leotard, and he said, "You look great in a purple leotard." And ever since that moment, I was like, I'm going to go to LSU and nowhere else. And I came on a visit here September of 2015 in 8th grade, and I verbally committed, and it's the best decision I've ever made.
What makes LSU special?
Just absolutely everything. The coaching staff, the staff in general, the facilities, the academics. I love every part of LSU, and it's truly an honor to be a part of this program and this university. Dee
Dee Breaux, your previous coach, she fought the battle in the 80s and through the 90s and to recent years to get people to go to gymnastics meets, and it was a struggle. And then in the last, decade, it's exploded, in which, a bad crowd is 10,000. What's it like, these home meets, when you go out there?
It is literally a dream come true. I've watched so many LSU gymnastics meets on TV, and then just finally getting the opportunity to go in there with all of those crowds, and just the support that all the Tiger fans bring every single Friday night is like no other, and I love competing in the PMAC in front of all of those fans.
Now, what makes your sport different is that there's an etiquette to the crowd. Like, you're supposed to be quiet until the event finishes, right? And then everyone cheers. Just the silence of it all.
Yeah.
It's different, right?
Definitely. Honestly, when I'm out on any event, I don't hear a single thing. It's literally like I black out and don't know what's going on. So I really don't hear any of the fans or anything until I'm done with the routine and hear all the cheers, and it's amazing.
Blackout is a term I've heard over the years. Different athletes, a guy hits a home run in the bottom of the ninth, or Jaden Daniels throws a 2-point conversion to Mason Taylor there at the end. I always hear, we didn't hear anything. I was just in my helmet. And,
exactly. Like I try to go in my head, go in my zone, do what I know it's best for me, and just get in the right mindset to do my best gymnastics out there.
Now, you're in an individual sport contributing to a team total. I know the eyes that you feel are most important are your teammates, right?
Definitely. I love them so much. They're literally like my sisters, and I want to do it for them because everybody on this team has a different story and has been through something different, but now we're all here together and all want the same end goal, and I want to do it for them because I want to give them what they deserve.
Team chemistry is so important. We always hear, I joke when we do our high school football previews in the summer, everybody says, we get along so great. Team chemistry is so good. And then if you lose a game or two, that gets tested. But it just seems like with this team, I've heard over and over again, wow, they do really like each other. They've got a good, because if it's not that way, things can go off the rails no matter how talented you are.
Definitely. Yeah, no, since I've been here 3 years, and this is the most close-knit team I've been a part of. Everybody's so supportive of each other. Everybody has the same goal. And I think we're just willing to do anything to get everybody to that goal. And everybody kind of jumped on the same wagon because we all want the same thing.
As we're sitting here, you're going to the SEC meet. What is the approach of the SEC meet?
Kind of just doing what we've been doing all season, not putting any more pressure on ourselves because it is such a big meet in the postseason. Everybody kind of is like, SEC championships is this big thing, but we kind of just stay in the same mindset and do what we do every single day inside and outside the gym to be the best we can be, and just take it like one more meet. Don't put any more pressure on ourselves. Take it one event at a time, one person at a time, and just do what we know how to do out there.
We're heading towards that time of year where it's going to be brought up. LSU's never won a national championship in gymnastics. They've been the runner-up many times. They've been right there, hadn't won one. What would it mean to get that done?
It would mean absolutely everything. Just to bring a national championship back to this state, this university, is a goal of every single person on this team's. And I think we really can do it. We've been working so hard. We know what we need to do, and we know what we're going to need to do that night, and I think we're willing to do.
You have 26 titles just this year. You have 56 in your career. You've won national titles as an individual before, right?
Yeah.
2021?
Yes.
I think I watched it on YouTube this morning.
Yeah.
There was nobody in the stands. COVID was still kind of.
It was COVID. Mm-hmm.
People still had masks and everything.
Just crazy.
What are your memories of getting that done?
That was absolutely amazing. Obviously, the main goal is to win a team national championship, but that was an amazing accomplishment. I was a freshman, so not really knowing what to expect going out into my first nationals was amazing, but I had amazing girls behind me, and I knew I needed to do my normal gymnastics, and it was an honor.
Do you remember all 10 perfect 10s?
Actually, no. I don't. I'm trying to think. Because I know I had only gotten 10s on vault until that meet Friday night, so
yeah,
that was crazy. Getting on to other events, that's definitely been a goal of mine this season, is to try and clean up my other 3 events to get the best score possible.
Well, because typically after a gymnastics meet, if one perfect 10 takes place, that is like a huge deal.
Yeah.
Did you hear there was a perfect 10 tonight? And so just the fact that 3 took place is, I don't think anyone will ever forget that. Certainly not you, right?
No, it was absolutely amazing. I'm still in shock, and it was an honor.
A few more things with the great Haleigh Bryant here. So I ask you, the athletes on campus, you all know one another. Are there any athletes in other sports you admire, like across the campus?
Definitely. Honestly, anybody on the women's basketball team. We've gotten so close because I see them around campus all the time. We have classes together, but Angel Reese is the first one that comes to mind. She's always reaching out to me, just telling me how good I'm doing, and I'm literally talking to a goat of women's basketball right now, so she's definitely someone I look up to in so many ways.
Both of you have won crowns, right?
Yeah. No, that's amazing.
Yeah. You're 5'5"?
Yeah.
She's 6'3" or
Yeah.
so? We need to get a poster. Picture of you two.
No, seriously. She's absolutely amazing. It's literally an honor just to know her.
Yeah. You a Kim Mulkey fan too?
Yes.
Yeah.
She texted me after the meet, and I was literally fangirling. I was like, oh my God, Kim Mulkey just texted me.
She's been to a lot of meets, right?
Yeah.
Watch you guys right there as we wrap here. What do you listen? Do you have any music you listen to before meets?
Honestly, just any playlist that they're playing in the locker room or whatever. I'm not really a music type of person. Honestly, I can drive in my car for days and not listen to music at all, but whatever they're playing in the locker room will get me going.
So what do you listen to in your car? Or is it silence?
Country, radio, nothing specific.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're not a person that's like, I'm a big fan of Morgan Wallen or whoever's current at the time?
Yeah. Honestly, just whatever's on, I'm good with, yeah.
Okay. Now, I hear that there may be a coaching career in your future.
Yeah, that's definitely the goal. Coaching NCAA gymnastics, head coaching spot would definitely be the goal of mine. But right now I'm just focused on where I am right now, where my feet are, and just finishing it with this team and then seeing where the future takes me.
Now, is it a done deal? You'll be back next year?
Yes, I will be back. I'll be a senior next year. And
okay.
One more year with Tigers.
One more year.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, we appreciate the time. You've been amazing to watch.
Thank you.
And we look forward to the year and change we have left with the great Haleigh Bryant.
Thank you.